and I hope you stay. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back with a friend, and I hope you enjoy this video. It's a sit down, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and stuff. It's a sit down video today, a little bit different. I've given you guys a plethora of vlogs, and I don't even think all of you guys are caught up, if I'm being frank. If I'm being Frankenstein right now. And we're working on my vlog, guys, the stats are telling me that you guys are not watching my vlogs. Prove the stats wrong today. Okay, let's get to 3K so I can give you guys a giveaway. All right, please, don't you want money? I'm joking, but please subscribe to my channel and join the family. I mean, you know, I wanted to get into a video that I have found on, not a video, but I saw the idea of this sit down video on TikTok about friendship in your 20s, and I am currently 25 years old. I have had a plethora, guys, plethora is my favorite word right now in case you haven't figured that out, but I've had a lot of friendships in my lifetime, since high school, since uni, and now in my young adulthood. Friendship is something that is very important to me, but it's something that's also caused me a lot of pain, and it's something that I owe a lot of who I am to as well. I have a bunch of the most phenomenal friends, both here in Cape Town, in Gauteng, as well as back home in Mpumalanga. So I'm very grateful, and somebody sent me a DM asking me how I've been able to navigate friendships in my 20s, especially because I don't live close to the people who are my closest friends. And it's very difficult, you know, even starting new friendships can be scary. So I completely understand if you are struggling with that in your life right now. You are not alone. In fact, I am your friend, okay? Hold my hand. Ungasabi chomi. We're like this. We're locked in, okay? We'll get right into it. The first thing that I want to tackle is making friends. Somebody asked me how I go about making friends, and I don't go out intentionally to make friends. I figured that doesn't work. It's not like speed dating where you can be like, your favorite color is pink, you also have dreadlocks, you're also short, let's be friends. It doesn't work like that. For me, the same way that I navigate relationships and all of those things is the same way I navigate friendships. It has to happen naturally. Some relationships and some friendships need more work than others. Some are naturally just cohesive and are in sync, and some require a bit more effort, maybe because your friend is not in the same town as you are, you don't get to see them frequently. It just differs with all of that. But all my friends that I have now, and I'll start off with the ones that I have from home, are friends I had in high school. And what making friends comes down to is finding somebody that you have something in common with, somebody that you share interests with. You know, for me, it was academics more than anything. I was always in school. If I wasn't attending after school for extra classes, I was doing a sport. So most of my friends stem from that, you know, people who have the same ambitions and all of that stuff. One friend, I can't name all of my friends right now, obviously, but one friend who I've kind of stayed the test of time in this friendship because of how similar we are, but so different at the same time, is always Unglazi. If you're watching, hey girl. I've been friends with her. We've been in the same school since grade 3, but I can say we've been friends since grade 10, which was in 2016. And we've kind of stayed friends for a very long time. We stay in the same extension. She stays very close to my granny's house. I was the MC for her 21st birthday, you know, and that means so much to me because even at the time when I was doing that for her birthday, we weren't as close in terms of proximity. She was studying in Gauteng. I was in the Val in Gauteng as well, but not at the same institutions. And she reached out to me, you know, and that's what friendship is all about, especially if it's not the traditional friendship where you see somebody every day. It's about reaching out, making an effort, making sure people remember you and making sure they feel remembered by you as well. And yeah, it's really about effort. But yeah, we were friends because we had the same subjects for most of our high school, and we studied together. We had the same extra classes together, you know what I'm saying? And she's just a really wonderful spirit. I can say she loves God the same way I love God. I love a good God's girl, guys, through and through. Honestly, the best friendships I feel like I formed are through my religion, So yeah, we have so much in common, but we're so different, and I think that's what makes our friendship really beautiful. A friendship I've had since university is a friendship that I have with Itumeleng. Saji baby, if you're watching this. And him and I also were friends since first year. We lived the same residence. Our birthdays are 2 days apart. And yeah, he's really just been there for me through big things. He was there for my graduation. He drove me, you guys saw in the vlog. He took me to Santon for one of my events as a YouTuber. You know, those little favors that remind me that I can count on him. That's what our friendship is about, you know. And we've grown together. I've seen him mature, because when I met Itu, he was so different from how he is right now, and I'm so proud of him. But yeah, that friendship also was not traditional because it's a boy and a girl, you know, and but we still managed to stick up for each other and be there for each other when it counts the most, which is really what friendship, especially in adulthood, is about: showing up, you know. And then a friend I can speak of that I have right now here in Cape Town is Jada. And Jada and I also met at work, and she does not even work in the same industry that she was working in when I first met her, which is so interesting. But again, similar interests. We like to do the exact same things. You saw in the previous vlog, we went to go watch rugby together. We love to grab a drink and catch up. That's me and Jada's absolute favorite thing to do. So I think what you can notice in the pattern of friends that I've listed is that they all serve different purposes. I can run to these three people for different things, and these aren't my only friends, guys. I'm listing random people's names, but I kind of like how my friendships serve different purposes in my life, because I can't tell everyone everything, and I can't be everything to everyone in my life as well, you know. So I'm very grateful that I am in a place where different friendships serve different roles, and all my friends understand what role they serve. Like, I can't call somebody in Gauteng at 12 p.m. expecting help, because it's just not logistically, doesn't even make sense, you know. But it's good to know I have people here in Cape Town I can call if I am in a crisis. It's good to know I have people in Gauteng as well, and back home too, and that just makes life so much more fun as well, because the next time you catch up with somebody, there's so much to catch up on, because you're busy living life and still being their friend simultaneously. The next thing that I want to speak about is keeping friends. Now that you've made all these friends, you know, how do you go about keeping them? Like I said previously, effort. You need to show up. Unfortunately, community takes sacrifice, guys. If you want to have a tribe of people who you can rely on, you have to be reliable yourself. If you want people to show up for your birthday party, you have to show up for birthday parties too. It's not a one-way street, and it definitely requires reciprocation, like through and through. And that's something that I had to learn the hard way, because sometimes you forget that you didn't show up for somebody, and then here you are, your birthday's around the corner, and you have these high expectations of people's presence and all of that stuff, and people don't show up. And fine, it shouldn't be a situation where it's tit for tat, you know, but like, they can simply argue that you weren't there for their birthday when they invited you, or when they, you know, through something, you know. So you really have to avail yourself for your friends. You have to make sacrifices. You have to push things around. It gets busy, especially if you are living completely different lives. I know my friend group from uni, we all have different jobs. Like, one person is in a different industry. I'm in finance. I have IT friends. I have a friend that's teaching, you know, like, it's all different people. But you really do have to make time, even if it's just a video call, just to catch up and be like, you know, I'm rooting for you. I see you're killing it out there. If you ever need someone to talk to, I'm right here. That's all you need, essentially, to keep a friendship alive. Just that reminder that if you really need me, I'm right here. I'm one call away. One of the mistakes that I made when I was in university, I don't know if I want to speak about this. Do I want to speak about this? Let's speak about it though, because it's past now. But I got into a relationship when I was 20 years old, and I kind of let my friendship take a back seat. And there's one friendship I really hold guilt for to this day, because I really feel like I let that friend down when I got into this relationship. And This one time, I think it was either she reached out to me because she needed someone, or she was calling me either, or she just needed a friend that particular evening. And I think if I didn't answer the phone, I made up an excuse that I wasn't around or something like that. And I was with my man at the time, and then we drove past each other, like, because we were all living on campus, and my boyfriend was driving out or in of campus with me in the passenger seat, and she was in her car, and we drove past each other. And she was like, it was literally like a, oh my gosh, you lied, like, you said you weren't even here, and here you are with your man, and I really needed you, you know. And that's obviously, there's so many explanations for that, but I will, you know, take my L and say that I wasn't a good friend, that I could have been honest about that. I could have said that I wanted to be with my boyfriend at the time, and I could have just, there's so many things I could have done. And keeping friends requires a huge amount of honesty, because, you know, sometimes maybe you get into a relationship and your friend is still single, and their reality hasn't changed. They still want to do all these things with you, but you have a different person to consider now. And, you know, it's hard to maybe split your time, because now you sort of have replaced your best friend with your man. And so many things can happen. Life takes us to different places, and our priorities change all the time. But if you're honest with your friend, I think there's no reason why a new relationship should come between you and your best friend, or your friend, or whatever the case may be. Like, and vice versa, your best friend shouldn't come between you and your man and your happiness. If anything, they should be happy for you, because at the end of the day, it's not like you're gonna marry your friend, you're gonna marry your man. But everything with a pinch of salt. Too much of anything is too bad. You need those friendships. Girls, take this from me, you need those friendships. That girl friendship, that community of sisterhood, you need it. Okay, I'm so grateful that I've had my mom be my best friend for the majority of my life, for all my life. Honestly, there's nothing my mom doesn't know about me, guys. You know this. Like, my mom and me were literally like sisters. And she herself even emphasizes, she's like, Pam, you need a group of girlfriends who can remind you where you are, where your feet are, where your head is, who can remind you who you are sometimes when you feel like you're losing yourself. So don't take that for granted. Nourish those friendships, cherish those friendships, take care of those friendships, because they really do come in handy. And everyone needs their group of girls, even if it's just 2 or 1 girl who you can confide in. So it's very important to maintain those. Okay, let's get into some do's and don'ts in friendships. The first thing is, don't expect everything from one person. Just like the same way in relationships, don't expect your person to be your everything, your sun, your moon, your water, your sand. No, not one person can be everything to another person. The only person who can give you life in abundance is God, honestly. So yeah, don't hold grace for your friends as well. Don't expect too much from one friend, or friends in general, you know, because at the end of the day, we're not family. And sometimes I can't make it to some things, and sometimes you can't make it. And you need to understand that your friend's heart is in the right place. If you ever feel like your friend is disappointing you and there's more to it, then converse with them and find out why they're not making it to the things that you're inviting them to, why it feels like they're being distant or cold towards you. But for the most part, guys, life gets so busy, and it's really hard for you. It's really easy for you to assume that somebody is not prioritizing you just because they keep on flaking on you, when really and truly they really are busy. But you, even as a friend, try to make a sacrifice for your friends, especially for things like birthdays, things where it doesn't happen every single day, you know what I'm saying? And this is the one time you get to be together in one place. You know how families have that joke where we only meet up at funerals? That's how friendships can be sometimes, because maybe the last time you saw someone really close to you was when you lost a parent or lost a loved one. But it's important that even in the good times, you find the need to create space, to create time to be with your friends as well. Because, guys, we're not getting any older. I mean, we're not getting any younger. And you really, when you look back at your life in retrospect, you always regret not spending enough time with all your loved ones, be it family, be it friends. So try your best. And then the last don't date ichomzako, guys. And I was speaking to younger Pam, because For those of you who don't know, I was in a friend group in uni, and my ex and I were in the same friend group, and we began dating. And no regrets, honestly. Shame me, I have no regrets, guys. Me, I love my life. Like, I have no shame, because you can't shame the shameless. But in retrospect, I wish I didn't date him, mainly because it could have happened, it could have turned out so bad. I'm so grateful for my ex, because we're very mature, we're still friends to this day, we're still in the same friend group. But it could have been worse. We could have really hurt each other to a point where we can't even be in the same room. And what about the friend group now? Now people have to see each other in intervals, and it's not fun. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think definitely now that I'm 25 and my frontal lobe is frontal lobing, I don't think that him and I should have been in a relationship. He's a great friend though, and I feel like I am to him as well. He recently shared something, I don't know if I should share his business actually, but him even sharing that with me just made me realize that I have really great friends. Like, I have really great friends, especially guy friends. My guy friends, guys, top tier, hands down. The reason why I'm such a princess is because of my guy friends, guys. Like, they love me so much. And it's nice to be loved. And like, it's a great thing to find true friendship in somebody else. And I know that with the opposite gender, things do get a bit blurred, and there's always that risk. But shame, when it comes to my guy friends, no funny business, except for my ex, obviously. And that shouldn't even have happened to begin with, honestly. Sometimes, guys, as an adult, you must just have a one-on-one with yourself and tell yourself, why back? You are moshing it big time. Timosha. Stop. Just stop yourself when you feel certain things, because sometimes it's just proximity. Sometimes you fall in love with somebody because you're just always in their space. I remember when we were and we had broken up during COVID actually, but we were always together. Like, my friend group and I were like always together. So I was always with my ex, and you would think, but because ABC 1 2 3 follow me. No, you know what I'm saying? Rather just keep it platonic. And if you can't keep it platonic, you're not supposed to be friends to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Like, even now, I think it's a bit controversial that I still am friends with my ex, but we really are friends. Shame. I wish him all the best, and I feel like the feeling is mutual. So, but don't do it. Don't make that mistake. Like, I don't have regrets, but I shouldn't have. I feel like we both should not have even gone down that window, that door, like, at all whatsoever. And lastly, when friendships end, I have lost a lot of friends in my lifetime from primary school, just losing friends. Like, guys, if friendship break up, people then give me, and it's very, very much worse than any other breakup. When friendships end, I think the most important thing is for you to respect the friendship that was, which means there's no need for you to go telling your friends business or your ex-friends business. There's no need for you to be bad-mouthing them. Hold space for when they were your everything. Hold space for when they meant something to you. Hold space for the times that you shared that were good and you felt loved. Ignore the negative feelings, even if they're the ones who are bad-mouthing you, especially if you know the truth. The truth will catch up to people all the time. There's no need for you to tell your side of the story at all whatsoever. Do your thing, you know what I'm saying? But also, don't be scared to end friendships. I have really been enjoying using the block button of late. I've enjoyed cutting people off. I've been cut off too by a friend, and I was cut off a day, if not 2 days after my birthday. I just turned 21. She was at the birthday party itself. A surprise party was thrown for me, and she was there. She was helping me with everything. And then 2 days later, I got a text saying, "Kishapuka vibe." You know what I'm saying? And shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to her. She taught me. I think that's when I learned that you can actually just cut someone off just like that, and it can be okay. Like, life will continue. The sun will rise. The wind will blow. And everything will be grand. So exercise that button, guys. Exercise your right to eliminate yourself from someone else's life if they're no longer serving you. You have that right. Don't leave it to somebody else. You have the right to say kishapu ka vibe. You do. Exercise that and leave graciously. always keep it cute. You know, I'm always team cute, guys. Don't be nasty, always be classy. Be that girl who they'll never ever get your version of the story because it was never worth it. You know what I'm saying? And that's no shade to your friend who was, but like, you're not gonna get my side of the story. Thank you so much for your experience. On to the next. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna, because the minute stories fly, then it gets ugly, and then the friendship itself doesn't ever stand for anything because of how it ends. You know what I'm saying? So give it its rightful respect, give the other person their respect, keep it cute, and just part ways with grace. That's all I have in store for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed my little chit chat. I love talking to you guys. Thank you so much for the love on all my vlogs, on all my past work, guys. It's really difficult now that I'm back in the hustle and bustle of everything. Like I said, I'm still using my phone, so it's gonna take a lot of adjusting, but with all this new equipment that I'm using now, hopefully the quality of my content does improve and I'm able to give you guys what you want. Guys, we are on the road to 3,000 subscribers. We are at 2.8 right now, so please do me a solid and subscribe to my channel. At 3K there will be a giveaway. I really want this to be a monetary giveaway because it's very hard for me to find something that pleases both genders. I have a huge, not a huge, but the gents do follow me and they do like my stuff, so like I don't want to just give away makeup or accessories, and the only thing that pleases both genders I feel like is money. So we will talk about it when it comes. Let's just get to 3K first, then we'll talk about indaba zemali and stuff. But yeah, make a friend today. Okay, and if you don't have any friends, please consider me your friend, for all the purposes that matters for. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Till my next video, bye guys.